Hello children, welcome to Math Park. Today's topic is transformations. And in mathematics, there are three types of transformations that we are going to learn: reflections, rotations, and translations. Before we start the topic, we all are curious about in mathematics, why are we going to learn transformations? How are transformations related to daily lives? So let me tell you children, the transformations are actually present everywhere around us. Okay, and they have been the part of our lives since long. So from simple objects such as mirrors and toys to skyscrapers and cars, they function to make our lives easier and more convenient. Their uses are truly relevant as they add efficiency in our work and lifestyle. Not only that, they are also used in many fields as a form of art and design so that the objects possess more beauty. Many of the things we enjoy nowadays are products of transformations. So let's start with reflections. Yes. So what do you observe here, children? Look at this beautiful image. What do you observe? This beauty we see in the nature, right? So the image of the tree, okay, is being reflected into the water. So what happens here, children? The image of an object, okay, is this both image and object, they are at equal distance from the mirror line, remember. So this is the mirror line and the image distance and object distance is always equal. Just remember that, okay? And a reflection, it is like placing a mirror on a page. When describing a reflection, you need to state the line which the shape has been reflected in. It's important to state which is the line of reflection. Okay. Now you are given a triangle. Reflect this triangle in a mirror line. So mirror line is already given to you, right? So remember the distance. Count. Look at this vertices. So the line joining a point to its image is always at right angles to the mirror line. So let us take this point. And now when we look at, this is the point which joins the image and the object. So this line which is joining is always perpendicular to the mirror line. It is always right angles to the mirror line. Okay, so just count the distance. The distance should be equal. Remember, the another point. Okay, this distance is 1 unit here. So it goes 1 unit on the other side. So same thing happens with the other vertices. So here it is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So again 1, 2, 3, and 4 points goes this side, right? Okay, let us take another vertex and here it goes 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Join it and this is our reflected image. Easy? Let's take one more question. So this is an object and reflect this shape in the mirror line now. So we take the vertices, okay, and remember, just remember the line which is joining a point to the image is always at right angles to the mirror line. Okay, so again remember, so this is the line joining a point, okay, to its image, this point to its image. This is the line and this will be always at right angles to the mirror line. Or you just count diagonally. So diagonally 1 and here again 1. So it is at equal distance. Image distance and object distance is equal. So we locate another point. Look at this. It is 1, 2, and 3 diagonally. So 1, 2, and 3 diagonally. We get the vertex here. The next one again. So it is 1, 2 diagonally here at this point. Join it and you get the reflected image. Okay, understood? Okay, let's take another question. Now, in the previous questions, you were given the mirror line. Here you are asked to reflect the shape in the line y is equal to 5. So first we have to draw the mirror line. So your phi on the y-axis is over here exactly between 6 and 4. So let's draw the mirror line. And this is our mirror line y is equal to 5. With the same procedure as we did before, so we go at the equal distance. Okay, we locate the points 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 over here. See that distance 1, 2, 3, 4. We go the 4 points again over here. So our next vertex comes over here. And then the next vertex is at just 1 point away from the mirror line. Okay, let us join these 3 vertices and we get the reflected image of the given triangle. Understood? Everybody? Now let's understand rotations. Another interesting. Okay. What do you observe here? Everybody has enjoyed this giant wheel car, right? Right? So this is our day-to-day life example. Yeah, this is the logo. This is the logo used to reduce reuse and recycle. Okay, so this is always, say it. This is again an example, day-to-day life example of rotation. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Now this is your smiley, and when we rotate it at 90 degree, it will look like this. Okay, this is the center of rotation now. So when we are rotating images, okay, it is important that the center and the angle of rotation is always given. This will be always given to you, the center and angle of rotation, right? So let's take up a question. Rotate the triangle, the given triangle, 90 degree clockwise about the given point. So you are given a point over here. Okay. So for rotation, it will be very easy if you use the tracing paper. Okay. So using the tracing paper, this is also provided for you in the examinations. So I have placed the tracing paper over the object now. And this is my center of rotation, right? So first I will trace the given triangle. So after tracing the given triangle, I'll rotate it 90 degree clockwise. And after rotating it 90 degree clockwise on the tracing paper with just dot, you can just, point, take these 3 points. And when you remove the tracing paper, you can just join these lines and your rotated image is ready. Okay, understood? 90 degree rotation clockwise. Okay, let's take another question. Here you are given a rectangle and you are supposed to rotate it 180 degree above the given point. Okay, this is the center of rotation now. So we place a tracing paper again. We trace the given rectangle, rotate it 180 degree. After rotating again, we just, at least with a dot, you can, this trace will be there on your paper again. At least locate these points, join them after removing the tracing paper, and your image is ready. Got it? Now let us understand translations. Okay, the translations are again very beautiful. So translation, it occurs when a shape is moved from one place to another. It's like sliding. Okay, so let us take an example. A translation is a transformation that slides a shape from one place to another. So here you are given an object. And remember, the object moves equal distance. Each point on the original shape moves at the same distance and in the same direction. Remember that. Okay, so now if you have to translate this, let us take this point and we are supposed to translate it at the vector 4, 5. So this 4 is x direction and 5 is y direction. So this is our, we go 4 places towards right if it is positive, and 5 places up in the y direction since it is positive if it was. Okay, so this is our translated image. Translation is much easier, children. So remember that each point, okay, on the original shape moves in the same direction. So since the vector was 4, 5, suppose this was the point, so I go 1, 2, 3 and 4 places and 5 up, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 places, and I reach over here. Understood? So this is how each and every point, okay, it goes in the same direction. Now let's understand it. This is the translation of 4, 5, vector 4, 5. Okay, the top number is the movement in the x direction. So we can say that this is x direction and this is my y direction. So these are the points you have to remember. If it is negative, you are going towards left, it is negative. You are going towards right, it is positive. Since it was positive 4, we went in the right direction. The bottom number is the movement in the y direction, which is up and down. Okay, if it is up, then it is positive. If it is down, then it is negative. So since 5 was positive, we went up 5 units. Understood, children? So let's take up another question now. Translate the shape by the vector 3, 2. Now 3 is positive. So where will you go? Right or left? Yes. So we'll go 3 units right and 2 units up in the y direction since they are positive. So let us go 3 units to right, 1, 2, 3 and 2 units up. And this is the shape which slides over there. So this is our image. And each point again, you can see even this one, each vertex of a triangle. So this goes 1, 1, 2, 3 right and 1, 2 up. Okay. And again this vertex 1, 2, 3 right and 1 and 2 up. Got it? Okay. Now I want you to do this question. Come on. Translate the shape by vector -2, 4. So it is -2. So -2 is right or left? Think about it. Come on, check your answer. Yes. So since it is -2, you will go towards left 2 units, and +4, so you will go up. Okay. And this is our translated image. Interesting, right? It's easy. Okay. Now, come on. Translate the shape by vector -1, -3. You can pause the video and do it yourself. Always before you start, when the topic you know and what all things you know, you can keep the square paper ready and try doing along with me, children. That will help you. Okay, translate the shape by vector -1, -3. So -1, so you'll be going towards, check your answer now. Yes. So we go 1 left and 3 down because it is -3, right? And then this is our image. So each point is going 1 down. So sorry, 1 left and 3 down. Okay. So if this was the vertex, 1 towards left and 1, 2, and 3 down. So each vertex moves in the same direction. Understood, children? All of you? Okay. So if you have got it correct, just pat yourself. If you like the video, please share with your friends. Sharing is caring. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.